Okay, I think we're rolling. Oh god, I've just realised I blend into the background. What is it? This is just awkward. I'm like one of those floating heads, like on one of those awkward green screens. Can you see me? Choices. Ooh, girl, it's the Kiki. The house done work. Yes! Girl, bye. OTO shade. Girl, the library is open. Ooh, girl. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Kiki. My name is Chris. This is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9 Episode 7 review. There we go. So I'm going to be really real with you guys. I have been working like an absolute ton again this weekend. I've been working like loads actually, so much so that my brain is completely frazzled. I don't remember much of the episode. Don't hate me because I'm going to do my best, but I made my notes luckily on the day, but I have been pulling in crazy shifts, like crazy. And although I am now on holiday for the week, I'm not going anywhere, but it is Eurovision week. So happy days all around, guys. I'm going to be doing a few Eurovision videos, so it's not all doom and gloom. By the way, if you don't know what Eurovision is, check out my intro beginner's guide. I'll leave a link in the description below because you definitely need to know what Eurovision is all about. It is my second Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to try and remember as much as possible with my notes. Let's just get into this because I have so much to do today. And I'm really sorry that this has gone up late again. I am the worst reviewer ever, aren't I? It's fine, you can admit it. I'm absolutely terrible at this. It's just, unfortunately, I have this thing called work. And unfortunately, I have to be available 17 hours a day, 7 days a week for shifts. So that's why I can't guarantee anything goes up early. I'm sorry. So what are we talking about? RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7. No, Season 9. Off to a good start. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9 Episode 7 review. The girls come back in, as they always do. So with Cynthia gone, we now have a new official cuckoo. It is Trinity Taylor because she got the booty. Hey, you can't see it, but I'm shaking my booty. Yeah. What is this word? Tensions. So yes, tensions are rising. Okay, honestly, I can read. What is interesting about this episode is that tensions are beginning to rise. The girls are starting to realise that the pack is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and that their odds of winning are increasing. So what was originally RuPaul's best friend race or RuPaul's best group therapy race is now suddenly becoming the Hunger Games of the television world. Although Hunger Games is on television. Okay, we'll go with RuPaul's Hunger Games race. But obviously now that the Snatch Game is out of the way, that's usually like the hurdle that a lot of the girls are like, I just want to get through Snatch Game and then I'll be fine. So they are now starting to like, you know, be very nitpicky and coming for each other and it's like, oh, it's starting to go there, girl. Valentina is getting some tape ripped off her by Trinity. She's screaming, but she says thank you afterwards, which is how you know she likes it. Kinky bitch. Yeah, you rip it off, bitch. Yeah, oh yeah, the pain is exquisite. What the fuck was that? I don't even know. It's like that episode of Sex and the City where they go to that S&M bar called La Douleur Exquise. Or was it called Fetish? The episode was called La Douleur Exquise. Yes. Girl, I love me some Sex and the City. And the TV show too. Boop! Also, what was quite funny was the bit when they're all looking at the TV screen, they're all kind of like reacting slightly differently, and I think it's just like a really funny little snapshot. But, what is that, Shay? I think that's awkward, is what it is. So Ru comes in and says that in 1993, 90210 came out, and Farrah's like, oh, the year I was born! And we have this moment where like half of the older queens and Ru are like, bitch, are you serious? Like, oh god. It's that moment of realisation where you suddenly figure out that you are in that older bracket. Like the TV shows that I used to watch as a child, like Recess and stuff like that, they're 20, that was 20 years ago. Legit. 20 years ago. I realised this a few months ago and I have been in this sort of spiral of depression ever since. So Ru reveals that the challenge this week is an acting challenge where the girls have to recreate their own version of a new TV show called 9021 Ho! Sorry Candy, but you're not invited to this one. I love the bit with Alexis where she's like, my mind is blown, because apparently so was Sasha's last night. If you know what I'm saying? I'm referring to the bit where Alexis had a sexy dream about Sasha. Because Peppermint won the lip sync last week, she gets to assign the roles. And once again, Nina doesn't get Black China. And oh my god, can we talk? We had this amazing moment with Aja where she's like being an absolute bitch. I want Grangela, whatever her name is. Grangela? Is it Grangela? Hallelujah. But basically Aja is kicking off because the characters that she wanted, she's not given. And so she has this big old moment, and basically it is stunning because the more mature, and I don't mean in terms of age, but more mature queens totally shut her down. This is how to deal with someone, like lesson 1. So Aja's kicking off, I don't want this character, meh, 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 meh. Shay just turns around and is like, well, if you're gonna be that difficult about it, we'll just swap. I'll take it on. Like, I feel like I can do it. You know, it's fine. So all of a sudden, all the wind was taken out of Aja's sails, and she's now left with the character that she wanted, but looking like an absolute twat because of it. And when she starts going, oh, but like, I don't want to, you know, now I feel like a bitch. Alexis and Peppermint are like, look, you wanted the change, you got the change, now shut up and get on with it and just do a good job. So she's kind of made herself to look a little bit like a fool. But obviously she got what she wanted, but now she feels bad because I don't think she really thought that she would get it. And she was like, oh, I could probably get away with like complaining a little bit. Regardless, one way or the other, it was delicious. So the girls go on set ready to shoot the episode, and they're being directed by the special guest judges Tori Spelling and Jenny Garth from 90210 in actuality. So on set, basically, Nina gets a lot of direction. Tori's like, girl, she hates you, and Jenny is fearful of her life because of Nina. Farah's milkshake is melting, and it's not bringing no boys to the yard. Trinity was absolutely hilarious, and Aja and Peppermint are getting freaky with you. Girl, that's just downright sinful. So they filmed and everything, blah, 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 blah. So the girls come back into the workroom, and Aja is feeling bad about her tantrum, and she talks about it briefly. And then the girls are talking in the mirror about life's big issues. And I like the fact that they are doing this, although it's kind of predictable now. It's like, oh look, the girls are getting ready, here we come, something serious. But I actually am enjoying the fact that they are talking about something like this, especially in the workroom, because in the last couple of seasons we've not had much workroom action, and they've kind of glossed over some of the really important details. They've like, you know, it's been like of an aside, and this time they're making it like one of the main points of the episode, which is, I think, only a good thing. Trinity shares her story about having to deal with the fact that her mother died when she was younger, and how she dropped out of school to look after her grandmother, who then died when she was 18. And like, the whole story is just totally heartbreaking, and I just didn't expect that kind of thing from Trinity. And it's like amazing how she's not letting it affect her. She's just going for it. And you know, there are clearly people probably in that room that are complaining more about their life when they've been through even less than some other people in that room. And the same goes in life. You know, there's a lot of people that complain and bitch about a lot of stuff when in fact they've got it pretty good comparatively to what some other people are going through. And I think it's good to remind ourselves that, you know, we don't always know what battles people are facing or what they have faced in the past. And to just be like, you know what, like, we need to somehow collectively learn, you know, to like appreciate the things we've got. Although we can want for more, yes, that's fine. But, you know, sometimes it ain't all that bad. Shay shares her story about her father, and it resonates with me in particular, the sort of the narrative of how that all went and how the character of her father was quite similar to my relationship with my father. So that sort of struck a chord with me. And Sasha shares her story too about her mum and the reason why she's a bald queen. I think I mentioned in the Meet the Queens video that Sasha was a bald queen because of her mum's chemotherapy, but I don't know if everyone has watched the Meet the Queens, so for a lot of people this is the first time they found that out. And I think it's a very touching tribute. So we get to the runway, and the theme is big hair everywhere, with guest judges Jenny Garth and Tori Spelling. I wonder if she won her spelling bee. So the standouts for me tonight were Farah, Trinity, Nina, and Aja. I think for the first time this season, Valentina was not on my standout list. I wasn't a huge fan of the hair, wasn't a huge fan of the outfit, although overall it looked cute. I was like, it's cute, but it's not a standout for me, sorry boo. Also, I'm not sure if I love or hate Sasha's outfit. I kind of like the edginess of it, and I'm kind of a bit like, but is it really that good? I can't quite tell, but there's something about it I like, and there's something about it I dislike, but I don't know what. I know, I'm so decisive, it's amazing. So they show the episode of 90210 How, and it is so funny. They actually devoted a lot of screen time to this, so that, I mean, it was a bit of a gamble, really. It was a bit risky, because if it had all gone completely wrong, that'd be like a big old section of the episode that's just like dead air. But it worked really well, so well done to all the girls for putting that out, and also well done to the scriptwriters and stuff for like coming up with that whole concept and all the staging and everything, because there was a lot of different moments in that. Now, although I am a child that was raised in the 90s, 90210 was never something that I really got into, so I don't know many of the reference points for this one, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny. And we find out that Farrah, Peppermint and Alexis are safe, meaning the other girls are stuck on stage for the next 3 hours getting critiqued. So after the critiques, the girls go backstage, they're doing Untucked and everything, and there's this like uber cute little moment with Farrah's mum giving a little video, and oh my god, Farrah's like, I'm totally living for Farrah right now. The last couple of episodes, like at the beginning I was like, oh shit, she's cute, but she's a bit whiny, like whatever. But as time's gone on, I've really warmed to her. She's kind of like that, you know, whiny little kid that you can't help but like just find like, you know, your little brother or something that's just always whining. And so that moment with her mum is really adorable. And I'm really like growing very fond of Farrah, like more so than I was, because I thought she was cool, but yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, she's so adorable. So the girls come back on stage and Trinity wins the challenge, which is so well deserved because she was absolutely hysterical. I was really hoping they would give her the win, but I thought they would give it to Valentina just because she really carried that all the way through. Like, it was a central point and she carried it really well. But the fact was that Trinity was totally scene stealing and did a damn good job of doing so. Valentina and Shay are both safe, which obviously because Valentina did a fantastic job and Shay was genuinely hilarious. As Grandria, wasn't it? As Grandria, so funny. I bet Aja's kicking herself that she didn't take that role on because, you know, she swapped, as Peppermint said, she swapped roles to be a bitch playing a bitch in the last scene alone. Like, Grandria at least had more airtime. Speaking of no airtime though, Alexis had like one line in the whole thing. It's like, what is even the point in getting into drags for that? Like, girl. So that means Sasha, Aja and Nina, God, try and say that 3 times after a couple of bodies, fall into the bottom 3. And it's revealed that Sasha is safe, which is understandable because, yeah, her look is pretty cool. And I think she did a good job in the acting challenge. I thought she had some funny moments and she stood out more to me than Nina or Aja. Which means that, shock, horror, the rumours were true that 2 big public favourites would fall into the bottom 2 halfway through. Because obviously we hear a lot of these rumours, we don't know the real from the fake, but I had heard weeks ago that 2 fan favourites would fall into the bottom 2 halfway through. And yeah, it's true, Nina and Aja in the bottom 2. Shocker. So the lip sync is the classic 90s tune Finally, which I remember being on the radio and listening to it, and it's like absolute quintessential. And the girls are doing a good job of lip syncing. Aja is looking very strong, very fierce. Her dancing skills are really starting to come out, but it's looking a little erratic. Whereas when you look at Nina, her moves are very controlled. They're not as outrageous as Aja's, but it's a lot more precise and a lot more, it just feels a lot more 90s. I can't quite sort of put my finger on it. I think it could be the leopard print because obviously everything in the 90s was leopard print. But she is really serving it up. She looked like a very strong lip syncer and she's totally taking command of that stage, which is amazing really because we all know how good a lip syncer Aja is. She's damn well known for her amazing stuff in Brooklyn. So yeah, like Nina turned the party. Nina is looking like a fierce 90s diva henny. But then again, I think Nina is older than Aja, so Nina probably remembers the 90s more than Aja, because I think Aja was born in the 90s, so always a bit of a, you know, it's going to be more of a connection, isn't there? Anyway, Nina wins the lip sync, which, you know, in terms of the fact that Aja has lost the lip sync is crazy because everyone was pinpointing Aja as being one of the top 3 from the very beginning. Although, yeah, she has stumbled a little bit with some of her looks and some of the makeup and some of the challenges. I think in spite of all that, people will still assume that she would somehow get through and pull a pearl or something and somehow like end up in right at the end and having defeated a lot of people in lip syncs. So it was still a bit surprising that Aja has gone home, but obviously when you look at the track record, she just wasn't really playing to her strengths. And although she did very well, I think certainly though her drag has grown significantly since the time that she filmed and the present day. Like if you see her then and now, unbelievable. She has been pulling a lot of work in, so good for you, darling. But oh my god though, so when Ru says to Aja though that you've got to go home, like every time that Aja's had like some bad critique or something, or she's quite sad, she does these little puppy dog eyes, her shoulders go up and her little chin goes down and she just looks like so unhappy, and it just like breaks my little heart to see that, because I'm just like, but she's so adorable. Like, how could you do this, Ru? How could you send Aja home? She's just like, I don't send me home. I know I did wrong, but I'll be better next time. Aja has really grown on me. I liked her from the Meet the Queens videos. I had picked her out as one of my ones that I really was watching. Unfortunately, when she started, she kind of didn't live up to my expectations at the start, but then she started to get into her own after she lip synced for the first time, because she worked on her makeup, she worked on her outfits, and she was starting to get there. So it's a shame to see her go so soon, especially because we know what she can deliver. But obviously, it's a very, very strong season this year. So yeah, unfortunately I have to say goodbye to Aja, which means Nina Bonina gets to go back to the back of the stage and carry on in the competition. So that was the episode, guys. I thought it was a really good one, actually. Really, really funny. The script for 90210 was superbly funny. The lip sync was very good. The outfits were good. It was a cool little challenge. I thought overall, yeah, very good indeed. So onwards and upwards to next week, where we have sneak peek spoiler alert. We have the reading challenge. So ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for next week, I need you to start getting your reads ready. Break out your library quads, put on your reading glasses, because we are gonna be throwing a lot of shade next week in the Kiki, and we're gonna be doing it in the comment section. So make sure you come ready and prepped with some reads next week. Speaking of the comment section, please let me know what you thought of this episode. Pop them all down there. Also, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to get the Kiki up a little bit sooner next week. I'm really hoping, but I do apologize once again, but I have been insanely busy. I will be doing a video about that, because I have some very exciting things coming up in my life, and I want to share that with you. And yeah, so that's why I've been like running myself ragged. But yeah, I'm going to talk about it in a different video, a separate video as a life update. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. That is coming up. But until next time, guys, be good, be safe, keep out of trouble, stay fierce, stay fabulous. And until next time, I will see. Well, until next time, no, what is even my outro anymore? I don't even know anymore. It's fine. Let's just go now, shall we? Let's go. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye. 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 Bye! Blanche, your Belgium was Next up was the wonderful Montenegro. Montenegro is definitely my guilty pleasure this year.